We're not here to make up the numbers, we're here to compete as well. This squad, with the power they have on their day, they can do anything they want.
Welcome to the Glassgirls network, proud sponsors of
Neve Deasy and Mill Rogers.
And today we're going to talk about, we've got a few topics to talk about today from previous games, and we've got a few statements we'd like to make.
But before we get into that, if you could make sure that you're liking and subscribing on this video, it helps us out massively, and helps us grow as a channel. So yeah, if you could make sure that happens, that'd be great. But first of all, where we starting?
The opening statement I want to make is a big congratulations to Andy Fisher and the management team, coaches, staff, players, everyone involved on the Manager of the Month award. It's a big achievement in this league, but for me, it's thoroughly deserved.
Yeah, I think it was unbeaten last month, right? So yeah, I think he was going to be up there anyway. But yeah, I think it's really important to highlight that it's not Andy's award. Really, well, it is Andy's award, of course, but like he doesn't want it to just be his award. He wants it to be dedicated to the players, the staff members he has around him, the whole team really. And yeah, I like you say, I think it's very much deserved because we know how much work they put in off the field as well as on the field. And yeah, I can't think of a better candidate for Manager of the Month really. So yeah, congratulations, Andy.
Yeah, so I just want to echo those thoughts. Congratulations to Andy, but also the whole team as well, the coaches, the players. You can see all the effort they're putting into going on this great run in the league, and some of the results they had in October, especially against Doncaster Rovers as well. That was like a statement win as well, just to show everybody that we're here to push all the way in the league. So went on until the end of the month undefeated, and some good results as well. So yeah, well done to everybody at Stourbridge.
Yeah, and then whilst we're on this sort of topic of shout-outs, I guess I wanted to say a massive well done to the medical staff that we have here at Stourbridge as well. Obviously, we're going to speak about it a bit more later, but the match against Sheffield obviously abandoned because of the injury to Zoe. And yeah, I think the medical staff responded excellently in the way they handled themselves, the way they handled the situation. Obviously, very stressful time. No one wants that to happen at any sort of level. So yeah, we want to give a big congratulations to them for doing their job really well. Who have we got? So we've got Beth, Rich, Rachel sometimes joins, Jess sometimes joins. We had Jack last year. All of them, not even just in Stourbridge, the whole footballing world. I want to say a big, well done for doing your job. It keeps everyone fit, everyone ticking, and yeah, it's really, really good.
Yeah, I just want to echo that to the Sheffield medical staff as well, being a part of it and getting involved and making sure the players' safety was paramount, which was really, really nice to see everyone in together looking after the player, and hopefully she's on the road to recovery, which we've all heard positive news, which is really, really good.
Also, yeah, that was thanks to the opposition medical team as well, because they helped out great too, so in making sure Zoe was all right. So yeah, so I echo those thoughts too as well.
And on to a lighter note now. Big congratulations to Thacker on being promoted to assistant manager of our reserve team. It's thoroughly deserved. Such a great coach. Has nothing but love for Stourbridge as well. She's such a top girl.
Yeah, I mean, she embodies everything that you want about the Stourbridge Football Club, and she's so passionate. She's excellent, really. And we've heard brilliant things from the Resi players since she's sort of stepped into that sort of management role. More as a coach in the first half of the season, but now she's officially an assistant manager. And yeah, we've heard that she's done really, really good things with them. It seems to be improving a lot since she's stepped up, which is always great to hear. And yeah, I think this is sort of the first step in her sort of perhaps leaving the playing side of it a bit more, going towards this sort of coaching management role that I think she wants to get into clearly. So yeah, fair play to her, and wishing her all the best, of course.
Yes, congrats to G on a new role. So G open, you see Stourbridge through and through in her. So yeah, and so the players in the Resi's team are going to benefit so much from her experience from her time playing. But I think as you can see now, the transitions now more into the coaching, and I can see she's going to go on to do great things for Stourbridge.
Yep. So congratulations again, G. Now we'll move on and talk about the past couple of games. Starting against Long Eaton, if you remember, we had just done our previous podcast before the Long Eaton game, and we all had predictions, and we was all way off the mark.
Yeah.
What an absolute performance that was in the end. Great result.
Yeah, it was a very weird one, wasn't it, to take? So obviously we scored 10 goals, and that was brilliant. You know, you couldn't have asked for much more than that, really. But the one conceded seemed to get everyone down a bit. You know what I mean? Obviously, 10-1 was the final score. And yeah, it was a really weird one because, you know, it was a soft goal to give away in the first place, and we felt like a bit hard done by. Obviously, everyone at the club wants to keep a clean sheet. They want to win that Golden Glove. And yeah, it's an annoying one, but I think that shows how high the standards are, that, you know, we can win 10-1, and the main thing being focused on is that one goal conceded. You know, it's a bit mental when you think about it, really. When you take yourself out of the situation and think about it, it is actually a bit crazy. So yeah, it's a good thing, but it's also a bit weird, I think.
Yeah, it is. To see like the disappointment that we've actually conceded, it just shows, like, as you say, the high standards that are set week in, week out, and it's one of them. Most teams come off the pitch, everyone turn up brilliant, like all buzzing, and then it shows the character of these players. They are winners. They want to win. They want to do everything right. It's one lapse in concentration. They're all disheartened. It's really, really nice to see that they're all professional. They have that mentality of, come on, let's keep it going. Let's keep doing the right things. Good habits. It's all you hear on the touchline, really. It's good habits, keep going. Good habits, stay in them.
Yeah, as I say, wasn't at that game myself, but getting all the updates from these guys and saying, yeah, I can see, yeah, we won 10-1, but conceding that one goal, I can see how disappointing, because obviously you want another clean sheet, and obviously for Amy, she wants that Golden Glove for the season. So, but it's something that can be, you know, worked on in training, you know. So don't try and repeat that mistake again. So, but yeah, so it's a good result against Long Eaton. So.
Yeah, I think Amy was the one sort of most annoyed with it, really. Obviously, she's the goalkeeper. You know, traditionally it might, you know, come down to her to save the goals from happening. But, you know, it was one of them. It was a few mistakes. You know, no one's ready to blame her. You know, but I think she was very annoyed about it. Understandably so. You know, like you say, she wants that Golden Glove. But yeah, you know, I think we see how much a loss impacts our team. So, you know, we've gone however many games unbeaten since the two losses we've had in the league in previous years. And you know, if we concede a goal, you know, that's only going to spur us on to you know, rule that out, really, and you know, improve our game even more.
Yeah, I fully agree with that. We saw at the start of the season losing 2-0 Sheffield, we bounced straight back, and then went on we're still on an amazing run. It's been really, really good to see. You got anything else to input on?
So just a great start to the season. So good run we're on. And so since that loss, it's just like Fisher and the coaches have just worked really hard to, you know, adapt to the National League. And like I say, as we say, we're showing we're not here just to make the numbers up. We're just striving to achieve success and go all the way in the National League.
And moving on from that game to a thrilling FA Cup tie at Newcastle Town in the FA Cup. First thing I've got to say, what a night.
Yeah,
from the rain, hiding under a gazebo, getting absolutely
Kenny's
drenched.
Absolutely
But what a night.
magnificent umbrella, has to be said.
The back and forth singing between us and the players on the players that weren't playing on the other side of the pitch as well.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it was a Friday night, of course. It was moved from the Sunday to the Friday night. I think that was always going to make it a bit more special, right? You know, under the lights, especially on a Friday as well. You know, everyone's going to be a bit more up for it, I would have thought. And yeah, so it was a really interesting match, to be fair. I thought, yeah, you know, we started quite slowly, I would say. You know, the first maybe half an hour or so, I don't think we really got going the way we wanted to. You know, credit to Newcastle, of course. I think they're tier 7, right? So, you know, it was never going to be easy, you know, for them to come up and face us. But, you know, I think especially that first half an hour, I think they handled it really well. I think they handled it completely professionally as well. And yeah, I think they're on a really good run in their league now. So credit to them. I would imagine they'll probably go on and win this league because, you know, they're from what we saw, they are you know, obviously it was 11-0, and you can't say too much about a team that gets battered 11-0, but there is a way to get battered 11-0, do you know what I mean? Like, so I think they'll be fine. I'm sure they've bounced back. I'm not sure how their results have been affected since then, but yeah, they're a good squad. It's a good place to visit as well. So yeah, wishing them all the best for the rest of the season.
Yeah, I've got to say, their players, their heads didn't drop. They kept going from first minute to last minute and kept trying to do the right things in the game, and just to come up against an opposition that had the quality, and we had that killer instinct as well. Everything we tried sort of ended up in the back of the net, so it was really, really good to see how clinical we were. And that sort of leads us into another FA Cup day away at Peterborough.
Here we are. Yeah.
Here we are.
Yeah, obviously it's game day today, going to Peterborough in a bit. I don't know how to feel about it. Obviously I'm excited, but there is slight nerves creeping in, I won't lie to you. Peterborough, obviously very, very good side in our league. We've played them already this season. 3-0 I believe it was. 3 or 4. Yeah.
Double for Daisy, double for Lil.
Yes, but yeah, that's the one. But yeah, it was a tough game. I seem to remember. It wasn't like an easy pushover by any means. We had to work. We had to really try. And that added aspect of this now being in the FA Cup competition, everyone wants to progress in. How is that going to affect us? Is it going to be a good way? Is it going to be bad? I don't know. I don't have the answer for that one. We're going to have to see today, I guess. But yeah, I'm excited for it. Like I say, a little bit of nerves, but mostly excited.
Yeah, I'm saying excited too. I say got to be wary of Peterborough's threat, because obviously they'll be looking to avenge that league defeat, the 4-0 defeat. Just got to be like on our toes and like be at it from the start. But I know we will be, and so I think if we get ahead first, then we can really push on and get the victory, and then push on into the next round and see who we may hopefully get next if we do get that win.
Yeah, well, one thing I'm really excited about today is, obviously we did that video with Andy the other day, and he has said we are essentially close to a full squad now. I think the only inclusion he had said was Neve Murphy, which is obviously a big loss, but to have the likes of Hannah Fishwick back, Alex Nicklin, Zoe possibly, I don't know how that's gone, but it's going to be really interesting. I think I don't know what the squad really looked like last time we played Peterborough. I imagine it was pretty much close to a full strength side. I'm thinking Hannah was there that day.
I think so. It was, yeah.
Yeah. I'm really excited for that. To see all the girls back again playing. It's going to be a good one, hopefully. And should we do some little predictions now, quickly?
Well, I've just got one thing to say on that. It's not bad when you get told you ain't done nothing, you ain't being that special, and you've won 4-0, innit?
Yeah.
It's not too bad when you come off a field of 4-0 and you've been told you weren't great.
Yeah.
So
again, that shows the high standards, doesn't it? We've said a bit about Long Eaton. We're not here to just get through points, scrape out matches. We want to hammer every team, really. That's the idea of it. And yeah, it's a good mentality to have.
Yeah. I'd go for a 2-0 today, just to put us in the hat, get us through. Yeah. Even a 2-1, as long as we're in the hat for the next round, I'm happy with that as well on a prediction basis.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go for 3-0. I'm going to go 3-0.
I think I'm going to go a bit more. I'm thinking if we get the early goal, then I'm just thinking we can just keep hammering him. So I'm going to go 5-0.
There we go. 5-0.
Going bold and savage.
Love that. But yeah, I suppose now we talk about the Sheffield game. Obviously, like we mentioned earlier, postponed. The 80th minute, something like that. It's going to have to be replayed at some point. We don't really know when that is, I don't think, just yet. But it seems Sheffield, they know how to deal with Stourbridge. What's going on with Sheffield?
It just seemed a very, very weird game. They coped well, but they had one chance.
Yeah.
And we had about 62. It was just a very, very weird game from the start of the day, really. Even when we was going for something to eat in the morning, it was just a very, very weird day. It just felt odd to me. I don't know why. Just something about the day just didn't feel right.
I think this match was always going to have a few more nerves in it than any other match, because obviously Sheffield happened, at the start of the season. We lost, of course, and there was perhaps nerves, perhaps ideas of wanting revenge, but yeah, it was going to be tough. We knew that Sheffield had quality. They showed it on that day. And yeah, it was always going to be interesting. But yeah, like you say, it was a weird match. We shouldn't have gone behind, and then to bring it back level. I think if the match had carried on, we had the momentum. We could have gone on to nick it at the end. Obviously, we can't be certain of that, of course. But yeah, it was an interesting one, wasn't it?
Yeah, so obviously not at that game myself, but from the updates you were giving me, I was like saying like Sheffield, like all the defenders were parking the bus, so they're just literally getting everyone behind, and then just got that one opportunity to score, and they took it, and then we were just fighting our way back in, and I think it was Neve Deasy that scored the equaliser. So and then I thought once I heard we'd equalised, I thought we're going to go on to win it, and then fortunately then I had that injury to Zoe Clark, and I thought, well, is everything all right? And then I thought as the game restarted, and then obviously that wasn't the case, and now we're having to look at fitting the fixture in again. But I'm confident once that's rearranged, then we'd get the victory next time, because I think we sort of know more about Sheffield now, so we can get that victory and get another 3 points on the board.
Yeah.
And then moving on to Leafield in the plate last week. A very, very tough game. I thought Leafield were a very, very good side. Like, they showed good qualities. They kept us quiet for quite a fair bit of the game.
Yeah, it's a tough one, isn't it? Because from a neutral, it would have been a brilliant game to watch. You know, two sides really going at each other. Obviously, I would say we were the more dominant one in the match. I think we were probably the better one. We deserved to go through, I would say. But yeah, credit to Leafield. Brilliant side, it turns out on the day. You know, defensively especially, very good. Again, you know, like you said, they had a couple of chances. They scored one. It seems to be a recurring theme. Hopefully we can, you know, sort of nip this in the bud and just, you know, find out where we're perhaps going wrong defensively. And how we can fix that, of course, is the main problem. But yeah, you know, the coaching staff, they're going to be on that like anything. I would imagine Mike's already done a 40-page essay about how we're going to stop Leafield from scoring. But yeah, it's good. It was a good match. Hopefully they've learned a lot about them. You know, we've got games against them both home and away to play in the league. So to get that bit of insight into how they play, how they might shape up on the day, I think it was always going to be beneficial to us.
Yeah, so remembering that game from last week, it was like, give credit to Leafield. I just felt like Stourbridge was just like, once they got their goal, I feel like we just stepped it up even more. So it's like we wanted to push on even more, and let's say, you know, I wasn't there to see the winning goal. I've seen it back, and I was gutted I missed Lindsay Glover's winning goal, because I just see all the emotion pouring out from everybody, from Glover to the coaches, everybody running on. I'm just like, I wish I'd have just been there to see that winning goal. But it was great.
It was like elation, relief. The roof came off the place when Lindsay hammered that in.
Yeah.
But I had the feeling as soon as Neve got that ball in position, she's put that into position, she would have loved it.
Yeah. It was a brilliant pass as well to find Lindsay. Yeah, brilliant pass.
That's what I mean. Neve's ball across is what Neve Dees would want into herself.
Yeah.
She sort of played the ball into the area she would like it, and it's paid off really well, because Lindsay powering onto it and took the roof off the net with
I was just saying, showing her pace just to come in from beyond.
Yeah, again,
the Leafield player. And
she has a defender around. Obviously, the keeper's coming out as well. It's never an easy goal to score, to be fair. So credit to Lindsay as well. You know, the pass, excellent. The goal also excellent. So yeah, it was really good to see.
Yeah, it was. Every time I've watched it back, like, you can see as soon as the ball comes in, I think it's Mike Harris is halfway down the touchline before Lindsay. He just knew it was going in.
Like, here we go, 2-1.
Yeah, and to see, I know she played for a massive pain barrier as well, Lindsay. You could see the pain, the joy, all the emotion in her face in that celebration.
I think there's that one photo by Anthony Dunn, you can just see everything.
She looks like she wants to cry, like,
I say that.
About
she's like
pain and happiness, everything really. I think
coming out.
Yeah. Also, I want to mention, just with that Leafield game, how good the substitutes were. I thought personally, Mill came on, had a good game. I thought Lindsay obviously grabbing the goal. Elle McGovern, I think, changed the game really, added a bit more stability in the midfield. Thea as well really surprised me. I thought she had a really good game as well. Came on and she was putting a few good balls into the box. Obviously, no one was connecting with them, unfortunately, but you know, it was good to see as well. And also Chelsea Jackson. You know, I think her her second appearance, obviously Huddersfield, didn't really go the way she would have planned. But But yeah, she came on. She was on the left back, I think, and yeah, she played really well. She was getting forward, driving forward a lot of times, and yeah, it's really good to see her, performing at a good level.
Talking about Chelsea, big congratulations to Chelsea as well for making the full team move from the 18s into reserve football. Thoroughly deserved. Great player, and the sky's the limit for her.
Yeah, so I'll echo those thoughts as well. So congratulations on the move up.
Yeah, I think it's really interesting, isn't it? Because we talk about this pathway quite a lot, and that is one of the biggest examples that I can think of in recent memory. A player that is performing well for the 18s, going into that reserves as a full-time thing, and then being able to add to the first team when needed, when we need that little bit more depth in whatever position it might be. That's what we've got in abundance, isn't it? Depth in strength, strength in depth even. And yeah, it's really important, and it's really good that we have it.
Yeah. You can see players. We can chop and change players into different positions as well. We've got a very, very versatile squad. But then we've also got players we know we can call upon and that can do a job to a very, very high standard. And it's a battle for the player that's maybe missing out for injury to get back in the team in the end, because the player's so good that's replaced them.
Yeah.
Which is very, very good. It gives the manager food for thought, gives the coaches food for thought, but then it also spurs the players on to push themselves.
You also want that the competitions each player's pushing each other on, so we all want the best for ourselves, but the team as well. So to go on and win games and win leagues and cups too as well.
Yeah, I think that's one of the most important things you can have in a squad. You don't want people getting comfy. You don't want people going. Let's take for example Neve Deasy. I know she's not like this at all, but she's scored however many goals it was last year for Sutton. Someone of that quality may think that they can just stroll in, not give 100% in training, get into that starting 11 and just score a few goals and that's it. But that is not the case with Stourbridge. If you're not pulling your weight, I'm sure the managers will let you know. And I can't imagine you'd be starting many games. So credit to all the players. They give 100% every game. You can't ask for much more than that. And it's great to see.
Yeah, talking about what you just said, Neve and Lindsay both said, we've got to step it up here when they first comes training, because of how intense and fast and good the training sessions are. So they've both really stepped up, and I think they've both found another gear in their own performances to be where they are now. They've found another level to where they may have been last season.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I'm thinking during that press conference, I think Neve Deasy said about the transition from tier 5 to 4, and she said, having the depth in the squad has helped in that aspect as well. I think when playing for Sutton Carville, I think she used to play up front virtually on her own, so now having about 3 other players around her connecting all parts of the pitch and feeding those balls through to her has really helped as well.
Yeah, I think that's something that almost goes very unnoticed in Neve's game, the fact that she is now dropping back, playing more, almost acting as a midfielder sometimes, linking the midfield, to that attack. She's dropping a lot deeper, collecting the ball, driving with it, and making those passes like we saw for Lindsay's. And I know in previous matches she's done some fantastic passes, got some great assists, of course. But yeah, so absolute credit to Neve. She's really adapted to this role and she's doing it fantastically.
Right, so we'll close on that statement there. Thank you everyone for watching. We'll leave on our final statement. We don't stop.
We do not stop.